Hello, everybody. So I'm picking up on a message just about pure exhaustion. I trust that this message is finding the collective that it's meant for. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to click off, and I'll see you on the next one. If it does, stick around. And we'll talk through some messages that I'm pulling through. But yeah, when I started shuffling the cards, I was picking up on this wave of exhaustion. And I kept hearing exhausted in love. And I also pulled on the split the Nine of Swords. So you're at your breaking point when it comes to just an overload of thinking about love, relationships, connection. Something I kept tuning into was fear about not finding love and the repercussions of not finding love within a certain time period. I think a concern for some of this collective is not finding somebody in time in quotes, to have kids and to do all the things. This collective is or was thinking that there's a defined timeline that you need to be on to have it all in terms of love, to have the family, but it's really not true. And I think the message here today is don't rush love. And I think some of the connections or previous connections that you've been in have been just wearing you down and aren't energetically fulfilling. Maybe you're not on the same path. Maybe you feel like you're putting all of your energy into them rather than your own life. And I think, and for a lot of you, it's maybe because of what I was saying before about how you think there's this rush, there's this race, I need to do XYZ thing. I need to find I need to find my person. They need to have all of the qualities so I can then have a baby, then have the marriage. You have a lot of this collective has a very particular timeline, and they have the year and date and month, day figured out for when they want it all to happen. And I think the message here is to let that notion go. Of course, if that's what you really want, some of you might be in a loving relationship and are pursuing that, and maybe with the headache I keep getting here is maybe you're kind of pushing your partner into this direction that they're not ready for. But for a lot of you, I'm getting that this partnership isn't actually meant for you, and there's something even better, the best, coming your way. And other than that, it's mental exhaustion. It's making you sick, and it's bleeding into other parts of your life. And I think letting this connection go, or it could be something else. It could be a job. It could be, for a lot of you, I'm getting it's a love connection, but it could be a job. Take what resonates, but it seems like it's time to let this chapter go. But yeah, that's what I was picking up on before. But however, while this reading starts with the mental exhaustion, here, 10 of Cups, excess of happiness in love is coming your way once you release this connection that's holding you back. And when I was shuffling the cards on the split, I pulled the Empress. On the split, I pulled the Knight of Cups, wish fulfillment. On the split, there was one more I pulled that was significant, and now I'm forgetting. I should have pulled it out. It'll come to me. But as I was saying before, yes, there's this mental exhaustion and you're at your breaking point. However, once you let these people, places, things, whatever go, this is next. Whatever it is for you, but I'm getting love, but the real deal. Wheel of Fortune on the split. Fated connection. All right, let's pull some cards for this collective and see what comes out. I will probably lay them all out before. Sorry, I'll probably lay them all out before I give the overall reading, but I might say if something comes to me as I'm pulling the cards out before I lay them all out in the spread, I'll let y'all know, but bear with me. All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay. What else does this collective need to know at this time? I've had a headache sporadically throughout the day that might be significant to somebody. Mental exhaustion. You could be experiencing headaches just from all the fatigue and overthinking that can really activate into physical symptoms. All right, let's see. King of Cups. Okay. Bear with me, y'all. Ah! What wants to come out? Queen of Wands. This also came out before on the split. That was one of the cards. Okay. King of Cups, Queen of Wands. Nope. Chariot. Oh, baby. Hold up. We got something coming in, y'all. See how my energy totally just changed? We've been tired and exhausted, but once this cord gets cut, it's on. It's on. King of Pentacles, girl. Okay, hold on. Let me let's figure out what else does this collective need to know. Death. Okay, so it was kind of funny when I was shuffling the cards. I would look down sometimes I close my eyes, sometimes I look down every so often, and I'm not even kidding. So twice the Empress came out on the split, and then twice Death came out on the split. So I love this shit, guys. Sorry. This is wonderful. So after this just mental turmoil within, you're cutting this cord, this love connection or this career, whatever it is for you, take what resonates. But then there's this rebirth and this new cycle, and I've been picking up on this a lot lately. And once this happens, I think the Empress energy comes in. You start creating a totally new life, and this abundance, whether it's within love and career, comes in. And with the Chariot, I'm picking up on a couple of different suitors coming through pretty quickly, but I also think you're going to be taking on or embodying that Queen of Wands energy and really focusing on your own desires, your own creativity, building the life you've always wanted from the ground up. And I think the attention will feel nice. You've got King of Cups and King of Pentacles energy coming through. I'm getting that these are some... I'm picking up on not a feminine energy. Well, yes, I'm picking up on a feminine energy for you, but I'm getting masculine energy, obviously, from the King of Cups and King of Pentacles. So you could have some... I'm also getting like a calm and good-looking vibe, but you're in your own energy. You're focused on yourself. And this keeps coming up a lot. But these people are coming in quick. And it seems like you are also moving into this new life rather quickly. So I think if this connection hasn't been cut off yet, it's coming. Hermit. So there could be okay, so I think what I was kind of picking up on before, just with the Queen of Wands in general, you're taking time for yourself to really go within and figure out exactly what it is that you desire out of this life and how you're going to get it. And you're doing this by, like I said, looking within, kind of not shutting down your energetic field, but just becoming so secure in yourself. I keep getting, and doing a lot of soul searching as well, but not necessarily soul searching. I'm getting this message: you already know this stuff. You already know what you want, but you need this quiet time away from these different energies that are coming in, these suitors that just love you, to figure it out and to really get to the next level and get what it is you want. Also, Ace of Swords, new thoughts, new perspectives, new ideas. Queen of Pentacles reverse flipped out. So what that signifies to me is, with the going back to the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords energy before. And I was picking up on this a little bit, but you might be battling with headaches and physical ailments that are stemming from this overthinking and these negative energies that have been in your life. So really take this time, and I really think you're going to get your mind right, get your body right, focus on your nutrition, focus on exercising, whatever it is to make you feel better. Maybe not a doctor or medical professional, but maybe seeing what your what nutrients or vitamins you're deficient in. Just like checks and balances. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself as you move into this new period. And I feel like this is an energy that you're currently in or were in, and you're trying to figure out. But if not, this is your message to just take care of yourself. Nothing to worry about, but take ownership of your health. All right. I know I said I would wait until all the cards were out, and I did not do that, but the messages were flying out, y'all. What can I say? All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the Lovers reversed, flipped out. So what I'm feeling with this is there's two things. I feel like there's two different energies here. One is, this is just further showing me the cutting of the cords. I know I keep repeating that, but with it reversed, there's an ending. You guys are coming apart. Especially, I didn't mean to do this on purpose, but I'm gonna trust it. I threw it down right by the Death card, so to me it signals new beginning, a breakup, parting ways for the better. This is going to, of course, there's always pain with these types of things, but I think you're actually going to feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. It seems like this connection chapter being closed is a long time coming. And I think it'll only bring you peace afterwards. And all this energy that we were just talking about before. What else have we got? And then also with the Lovers. And then I've got Judgment. Judgment. Your day is coming. This is what I'm getting. Your day is coming. It's on its way. Karma. You're going to get everything you want once you rid yourself of this negative energy. Whatever it is you want, but this next year is about coming to collect what you've earned. That's the message I'm getting. Dang, it's so funny how I went from, literally when I was pulling these cards, I got so tired. Like, oh my gosh, I was trying to meditate, and when you meditate, sometimes you feel like you want to fall asleep, but I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep. Anyway, excuse me. But yeah, your day is due. You are well overdue for getting what is yours. Oh my goodness. But I went from that tired energy to this jolt of energy. Tarot also makes me excited. What can I say? All right, any final messages? We're coming home. Four of Wands. I think you're returning to center. You're returning to you. Really getting in touch with who you are again. Sometimes when we're in relationships, we lose ourselves a little bit, but that's all part of the growth process. But now you're able to come home to who you are and get what you want. Get what you want. I love this energy. Oh my gosh. But remember, with the Queen of Pentacles, just make sure you're relaxing, taking time for yourself, self-care, making sure all your vitals are right. Okay. That's my one thing. But hope this resonated. Leave a comment if it did. We'd love to hear from y'all. But yeah, really excited for you in this new chapter of your life. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.